Hello everyone, global transportation is going electric at a very rapid pace and such a possibility even with the electric vehicle industry in India. In the coming decades, EV industry is expected to replace the use of non-renewable fossil fuel and India is joining the movement as well. But the question is, are we ready for the electric vehicles in India today and the coming year? We will discuss the very interesting case study of India ready for electric vehicle in this video. But if you are not subscribed to our channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Well, by this time, all of us know that the future of automobile industry lies in the hand of the electric vehicle. And India have shown great interest in swift mobility pattern, which is need of the consideration. Pollution level and the population of the country and the government of India is taking the initiative of very ambitious goal, making 30% of the vehicle in India electric by 2030. But the like Mahindra, Tata, Ola, and now Tesla have been attracting interest of the millionaire JIG towards purchasing and using electric vehicle. But at the same time, it is hard to ignore that there are a lot of challenges that India is facing and will face in the coming years in the widespread adoption of electric vehicle. For electric vehicles का मतलब सिर्फ टेस्ला का कार या फिर ओला का स्कूटर नहीं है. The early adoption of the electric vehicle in India was seen with the rise of the electric trains and the e-rickshaw. If you remember, in the last decades, diesel autos were pretty normal and they were highly replaced by the e-rickshaw, so much so that the India became the highest sale of the electric e-rickshaw during 2016 to 2020. And I think the next sector India is going to buy will with the electric two wheeler segment. किसी भी blue ocean का structure उसके supply and demand side से पढ़ सकते हैं. But in case of the electric vehicle, as long as there is no supply and not the right infrastructure building in place, there would be very little use of the demand that there would be of electric vehicles in the country. Currently, major electric vehicles in the India are Mahindra, Tata Motors, Hero Electrics. Now with the launch of the Ola scooter and the Tesla announced in India next year, can be proved to be the great game changer for either making it or breaking it in the sector of India. But first, let us look at the challenges of the future of the electric vehicles in the country. The first and the foremost stage is the uneven electric distribution. 24 घंटे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ना आना ही बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है इस कंट्री में. But in addition to that, a major portion of the energy production through non-renewable resources which would worsen further with increase in the number of the charging stations across the country. So before setting up infrastructure or trying to boost sales in EV, there should be an even electricity distribution land place country-wise. The second biggest challenges that we think is the lack of the EV charging infrastructure in India. For example, if you are living in the Delhi and still find few electric charging stations, if I traveling states nearby, there are no charging station. It will be very difficult for me to take my car across cities or for a longer drive. Another problem is initial cost of owning that vehicle. The average cost of combustion engine quite low, somewhere around 4 to 5 lakh rupees, more than. But whereas the cheapest electric vehicle in India still be more than at least 10 lakh rupees. Because they are very price sensitive, we are going to straight away reject product which are going to be very expensive. Another challenge from supply side that I can think of is the lack of lithium reserve, so that the battery manufacturer, and this is so interesting because lithium ions battery now used in electric cars because they are capable of rapid charging and high performance. But India does not produce lithium ion battery that has been used in EVs. They actually account for 50% electric vehicle cost. And for each vehicle made, if we used to import those batteries, of course, the cost will go rise rapidly. But talking about all the challenges, we can't really ignore the fact that the shift in the mind of the people, especially after lockdown, of caring more about nature. And as the supply side of the picture growing, more charging stations, more offers to the consumer, or more government institutes, they're going to be the sure shot rise demand for electric vehicles in the coming years. One such example is the alarmic pollution level metro cities in countries which will push people to their minds to go on a greener or cleaner transportation alternatives of this decade. By the realizing Frame 2 and the National Electricity Mobility Mission, if you haven't read about it, I would recommend you to read those things to understand how this sector will boom in coming years. For example, GST for the vehicle 12% as compared to the 28% for the traditional vehicles. And of course, how we can forget Elon Musk when we talk about electric vehicle. Earlier this year, Tesla has announced they would be entering India within the 2021, and they have settled for a location for manufacturing unit in Karnataka already. Launch of Tesla markets marks a new vehicle in industry. Obviously, hope for healthy competition in the advancement in the sector. And talking about the Indian EV market, this industry has already involved on the USD of 5 billion in 2020 and is expected to somewhere around 47 billion USD by 2026, which means CAGR of 44% during this forecast period. E-commerce companies like Amazon and Flipkart launching initiative to use e-mobility for the last mile delivery to reduce the carbon footprint in the country. And addition, state government is also playing active role in development in policies and encouraging to boost those industries. In February 2020, Union Transport Minister launches first intercity electric bus service which has the range of 300 kilometers in a single charge. And yes, electric buses is one more sector where government will play a major role. Increase the reuse of the vehicle in longer run. I feel Tata, Tesla, Mahindra and Mahindra, Ather Energy and Ola, these big players will make a lot of difference and how the supply and the demand grow together in achieving India's dream of having 30% vehicle as a EV by 2030. I hope this video will make you learn something and make an impact in your mind. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel now and share this video with your friends. Thank you. Stay safe.